Hello, my name is Kirioth, and welcome to the Monday Roundup. Starting this week, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. The preview stuff that we used to take a look at on the Monday, we're still going to do that, but it's not going to be the Ramble. The Ramble is going to be dedicated to something entirely different, which you will see later on in the week. But basically, we need to go back to keeping track of what is going on, not just in terms of Games Workshop though, in terms of other projects and other stuff as well. So we're going to see what GW have got to offer for the pre-orders for next weekend, but there's also a couple of other things that we're going to take a look at as well. Notable projects that look fun. Fun stuff all abound, basically. So to start with, we've got Necromunda Ash Waste. And I have to admit, I'm really surprised that this is coming out as quickly as it is. Like, it feels like it's not that long since we had the reveal for this, and they showed off the new Nomads and the Hellamite Riders as well not that long ago. So there's not been much of a lead time between the reveals and this thing showing up. Now, this is a full, excuse you, chat. This is a full like starter set for Necromunda. Traditionally, these have been on the high end when it comes to price. So I would expect this to also be pretty hefty in terms of cost. It's a good sized box. I mean, there's a good amount of stuff in there. The scenery especially, I still really like. I like it a lot. I think it looks great. And it is quite hefty. It's quite chunky in places. But this is going to be one that is a little more expensive, I think it's fair to say. Content-wise, I mean, you've got two gangs. You've got the Orlocks, you've got the Nomads, you've got the Hellamite Riders, and then you've got the, I think it's the Outrider quads as well for the Orlocks. So there's, 26 models in there? 26 models and some really chunky terrain. And then you've got the double-sided playmat, I believe. I'm sure it's going to be a fold-out one. We'll have a look in a second, but it's not a bad-sized box, but it will be kind of up there. So yeah, here we go. Oh god, the Nomads look so good. The Nomads and the Riders. The Riders still look very sort of, sort of pulp sci-fi. They look a bit retro in a way, which I really like. And then the Orlocks as well. I mean, to be honest, the Orlock side is, I mean, it's fine. They look okay, but that's because that gang has always looked okay because it's not a new gang. It's just something that already existed, and they've got a couple of quads to go with them. So there's not a huge amount interesting going on there. It is definitely the Nomads that have got the lion's share of cool stuff going into this. I have to admit, personally, I'm probably just going to wait for the Nomads to show up on their own. I think that is probably what I'm going to end up doing, purely because I don't know that I need a full box. I don't know that I need any more terrain for a start. I've got more than enough to keep me going for literally forever. I don't think I ever need to buy terrain again. But of all of it, it's definitely the Nomads that are kind of sticking out the most as the thing that I want to have and would really enjoy painting. I've just noticed that alright, the logo, and in fact all of it, feels very off-centre on that book. It feels like it's very far off to the left, but I don't know if that's just the angle the photo's been taken, or what. Is it even the photo, or is it just a mock-up? Either way, I don't know why it's probably because I spend an absurd amount of time trying to make sure things are absolutely centered in thumbnails, and then realizing that I failed miserably as soon as I put it on a video. Probably that's what's made it jump out to me. But yeah, you get the rulebook in there, all of this, there you go. So there's a daytime and a nighttime one. That's cool. I like that. And then you got the usual array of dice and all that stuff. Oh, look at them. Look at the lads. Look at the boys. They are really good sculpts. They are really good. I really think Games Workshop have absolutely nailed it with them. They really have. Oh, I want them. To be honest, not enough to get the full shebang, but enough that they will end up in my possession at some point, I have no doubt. And especially the giant fleas, hell yes. You got the usual stuff of the cards. The quads are fine, I don't mind the quads, but the Orlock side is definitely not where the interest lies for me. So I believe along with these, there is also an upgrade set. There we go. So a new Orlock upgrade set. That'll be a Forge World thing. Yes. Yeah, it's fine. Some cool backpacks and stuff. I don't know whether these are resin or whether they're plastic. I'm assuming they're resin. I've not actually looked at the Necromunda upgrade sprues before. I've never checked them out because I haven't had a chance to really get into Necromunda, so there's been no point in me looking at them. Not even for conversion work. I found that I have more than enough bits currently to mean that I don't need to go hunting for more, which is rare. I'm sure that will change soon enough, but yeah, they look okay. More variety of heads, always a good thing. As they say, it can be used with Arms Master and Wreckers Kit to further personalise your gang. To personally furtherise is what I nearly said. For Black Library, we've got Huron Blackheart, Master of the Maelstrom, and I think that's most of it. Oh, the Infantryman's Handbook as well. Penitent, Gloomspite is on the way. Cool. And yeah, wow, there's quite a few. 2 Citadel Colour Masterclasses. Alright, cool. I mean, I like those. I think they're well done. I'm not too fussed about the rest of it. I'm not too bothered. Ooh, Imperial Armour, Imperial Guard, though. Volume 1, 2nd edition. You know what? I'm going to read that. I know I'm going to read that. More of that. More of that in the vault. Let's go. So that's your lot for the pre-orders. If you are an Underworld person, or at least like that model range, those warbands, a load of them are going last chance to buy, so they're being like cycled out. So if any of these take your fancy, it'd be worth going and taking a look. It's on the front page of the website. There'll be a link in the description. If there's any of these that you like the look of and you want them for like even just a painting project, then you need to grab them sooner rather than later because they are all disappearing. They're also only available from the GW web store as well, so it's like a double whammy of having to get in there. I will say that when it comes to like just the overall cost of Games Workshop stuff, yeah, it is high. These, I would go so far as to say that most of these are actually pretty reasonably priced. I think these are actually really quite reasonable for what they give. When you consider that some HQs are like 25 quid or whatever, things like Steelheart's Champions, 16 quid for those 3 models, I think that is pretty good. The Sepulchral Guard as well, that's actually a really cool kit. That's a really cool little warband. They look absolutely fantastic. These are pretty good value. The only warning that I'd give, and something that I hadn't realised at the time when I grabbed the Wormspat, and because I love the Wormspat, it will be my second time buying them, because I'm an idiot. I experimented with the first lot, and now I can't really use them for Underworld. They don't come with the cards, which is a problem. Which, that is slightly frustrating, but you know what? If you're just in it for a bit of a painting project, I really don't think these are bad value. And there's some great sculpts in here as well. I mean, the Dread Pageant is fantastic. So is the Blade Coven, actually. And the Crushers. It's just quite a solid range all round. Just something to keep in mind if you're interested, because they will be disappearing for a bit. Now, for non-Games Workshop stuff, tomorrow this goes up for pre-order. So this is Masters of the Universe Battleground, and it is up. The English version is up for pre-order tomorrow. And then they're going to start releasing other language versions as they go through the year. I think the next wave is in June, along with more like characters, more warbands. I really enjoyed putting this box together. I really enjoyed assembling these models and painting them. It was a lot of fun. There's a lot of really nice detail. Yeah, it's worth a look. There's a lot of nostalgia value there as well. The models are fantastic. They are really nicely done, very well sculpted. Also, the way they went together was super nice, super fun to put together. And I mean, you get He-Man and Skeletor. What more could you possibly want? But yeah, that is up for pre-order tomorrow, so I'll leave a link in the description for that. And the other thing that is interesting for this week that I've seen is this, Rivenstone. Now, I've not had time to delve fully into this, but as they say, a brand new tabletop miniature skirmish game, and that is going on to Kickstarter tomorrow. So the Kickstarter launch is tomorrow, the 26th of April. There's some really, really fun, interesting model designs going on here. There's some really cool stuff, and I think I'm going to be checking it out tomorrow, and it just has a certain style that is really jumping out to me, you know. So I'll link that in the description as well, so you can take a look. There's loads of info on their site. There's absolutely loads of it. But yeah, it looks super interesting. So I'm going to be doing a bit more of a deep dive over the next few days and seeing what's what. But it just kind of, I don't know, it just kind of grabbed me. There's some really cool model designs in there that I want to take a closer look at. So there you go, that's what we've got this week. Some interesting stuff, quite a range of things going on there, to be honest. I quite like it. I quite like the contrast of having different stuff in there, because let's face it, Masters of the Universe, not really anything like Necromunda. Necromunda, not really anything like what Rivenstone looks like. I like having that, just more stuff. More stuff is always good. More hobby things. More things to paint, to mess with. So yeah, if there's anything in there that takes your fancy, then there will be links in the description. If there is something that takes your fancy, then let me know in the comments down below. Also, what are you going to work on this week? What have you got on the hobby table to be completed maybe by next Monday? I mean, see how you go. You know, it's not a race. There's no pressure. Let me know in the comments down below. In the meantime, feel free to click all the things, Patreon, video, subscribe, all that stuff. Click it if you like, don't click if you don't want to. And as always, there's an affiliate link in the description for Element Games, which you can use to support the channel if you'd like. There's also one for Noble Knight Games if you are in the US. I leave it in your capable hands. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.